I never imagined I would be the kind of person to betray someone I had loved for so long. 12 years of marriage had built a life that seemed unshakable. We had routines, habits, memories, small rituals that were ours alone. And yet, in a moment of weakness, I crossed a line I can never undo. It started innocently enough. A colleague at work began to notice me in ways my husband no longer did. At first, it was flattering. He made me laugh. He listened to me, and suddenly, the attention I had long taken for granted felt intoxicating. I told myself it was harmless, a fantasy, nothing more. But fantasies have a dangerous way of becoming reality when you allow yourself to indulge them. One night, after a particularly lonely week, I met him. It was a mistake I promised myself I wouldn't repeat. The thrill was immediate, the guilt slow to follow. I went home as if nothing had happened, pretending I was still the devoted wife I had always been. In the days that followed, I was consumed by shame. Each smile my husband gave me felt like a lie. Each hug a reminder of the deceit hidden behind my own eyes. But instead of stopping, I found myself drawn to that other life, the life that was dangerous, exciting, and completely forbidden. It escalated quickly. Secret messages, stolen moments, and whispered lies filled my days. I became to people at once the wife everyone knew, and the woman chasing an illusion of happiness that came at such a high cost. My marriage was crumbling, yet I was too blinded by desire to notice until it was too late. One evening, my husband found a message I had carelessly left open on my phone. The look on his face froze me in place. The man I had promised to love, honor, and protect was staring at a betrayal he couldn't ignore. His disappointment was worse than his anger. I felt my heart break as I watched him retreat into a world I could no longer reach. We tried to talk, but the words felt hollow. Every explanation sounded like another excuse. Every apology like an echo of lies. He no longer looked at me with love, but with caution, suspicion, and sadness. I had shattered not just trust, but the foundation of 12 years of shared life. Friends and family began to notice the tension, the distance. Invitations to gatherings were declined. Visits became uncomfortable, and whispers followed me wherever I went. The guilt was no longer mine alone, it had become a public burden. One that I carried in every interaction, every glance, every conversation. The person I thought I wanted, the man who had seemed like an escape, turned out to be a hollow reward. The excitement faded, leaving only emptiness and regret. I had sought fulfillment outside my marriage, only to find that what I truly lost could never be replaced. Nights became the hardest. Sleeping beside my husband, I could feel the cold distance between us. Conversations dwindled to practical matters. Love, once a warm presence, had turned into a painful reminder of my mistakes. I realized that the life I had risked for a fleeting thrill was slipping through my fingers entirely. In therapy, I began to confront myself honestly for the first time. Why had I done it? Why had I betrayed someone who loved me so completely? There were no easy answers, just a painful awareness of my selfishness and the wreckage left behind. Slowly, I began the long, grueling process of facing the consequences of my actions. Now, my days are a mix of sorrow, reflection, and tentative attempts to repair what remains. Some wounds may never heal, some relationships may never be restored. But I am learning that acknowledging my mistakes, feeling the weight of my actions, and striving for honesty is the only path left if I ever hope to rebuild my life piece by fragile piece.